guys, I wanted to hop on really quickly. I'm getting ready for my day and I wanted to hop on really quickly and do my makeup for you, starting with highlights. This is my Maskcara 3D foundation. So I have my two highlights. I have my main highlight, a brightening highlight, my contour. This is my cream illuminator, my blush, and then this is lip conditioner. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to show you a different application. I would normally use the Buffy brush. I'm going to use this B² brush, blush and bronzer brush today to do my makeup. I'm going to apply the highlight with the blush end, and then I'm also going to do my blush with it. And I'm going to use the Detail Hack for my contour. So let's get started. The B² brush is going to, unlike the Buffy brush, it's going to give you a light to medium coverage. And the Buffy brush, you can do medium to full coverage. So I just want to show you the option of getting a more airbrushed light finish. So I'm going to tap right here into my amber, which is my main highlight, and I am just going to get going here. So I'm just going to press it in, and you can kind of swirl it. I'm doing a light hand. I'm not pressing it in hard, I'm not swirling it hard, but when I stipple it in, I'm really pressing it into the skin. So earlier I washed my face. Ideally you want to wash your face first, and then I applied my milk moisturizer, and I let the milk moisturizer set into my skin for a little while before I started my makeup. So I'm going to go in under my eyes and down my nose and right here with the same color, the same amber color that I use for my lower jaw, but I'm just going to go in with a light layer just to correct any redness that I have. I am usually pretty red. I'm not as red today, but you can still see, you can see my red. So I'm just going to put a light layer under my eyes just to correct the red before I go in with my brightening highlight, which I'm going to use Candlelit today for my brightening highlight. So I'm barely, when I tap in here, I'm barely getting any product. This is such a light layer of makeup. So this is going to be our light to medium coverage, and it's such a small amount of makeup, and it's just evening out our skin tone. So I've just gone here and my T-zone here, and now I'm going to bring a little bit up to my forehead. I'm not going to go all the way to the top of my forehead because, Gwenny, come here, baby. I'm going to be putting contour at the top of my forehead, and I'm again doing just a light layer here because I'm going to do a brighter color, a pop of a brighter color. Any extra on your brush you can bring here on your eyelids just to give a nice little base for your, I'm going to do a little eyeshadow today, not a lot. I'm going to stick with the same brush, and I'm going to tap into my brightening highlight and tap into that and do a little swipe there, little swipe here. Hey Gwen, I feel a hair on my face. There we go. Hey Gwenny, come here. I'm going to dot here, go down my nose, here and here, and then I'm just going to blend it in. So I did here, 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 my T-zone. Okay, so, and now I'm just going to stipple that in and really blend that under my eye. So I'm kind of doing a pie shape here under my eye with my brightening color, and that's just going to brighten me up, wake me up, and I'll just stipple that in where I did that little dot here. Gwenny, come say hi. Say hi. Hi. Say good morning. Good morning. My name's... What's your name? What's your name, guys? What's your name? Gwenny. Say hi, I'm Gwenny. Nice to meet you. I'm Gwenny. Nice to meet you, Mommy. Nice to meet you, Gwen. All right, so that is that. And I also did tap in with my finger on the brightening highlight, and I just dragged it down my nose. Drug it down my nose. I'm going to drag it down my nose and tap it in. Okay, and then I'm also going to... Gwenny, come here, babe. Okay, so now we're going to contour. So I'm going to take the Detail Hack brush. Okay, go ahead. I'll meet you out there. And I'm going to tap into my contour. Today I have Astoria, and this Detail Hack brush is amazing for the contour. You're going to find the top of your ear. You're going to kind of make a line like this. don't go in this triangle, so don't go too far. So stop about where the outer edge of your eye is. You're going to stop here, and you're just going to draw a line down here. This detail hack brush, I tapped in, and you find your cheekbone, and right where you feel it hollow out, right where it hollows, you're going to stamp it right there. Okay? And then you're just going to press it in, stipple it in, blend it, and you're not going to go past right here. The outer corner of your eye, you're going to stop right there. So you're not going to go past that. We're just accentuating these shadows that are already there. We're deepening those shadows and really chiseling out our jawline. And when we get to our cheekbones and then our jawline, we're just chiseling out those features and accentuating them. So I'm going to tap back into my contour. So we've used our highlight, main highlight, brightening highlight, and now we're using our contour. I tap back in, and I'm just going to put it at the top of my forehead. If you have a longer forehead, you can go down further with it, and I'm just going to press it in at the top of my forehead and just blend it in a little bit. We're going to blend at the end with a perfector sponge. But you can also blend with this end of your detail hack brush, which I'll show you a little bit right here too. And just lightly, so I'm stippling it in, but I'm also lightly melting those two lines together. Okay, I'm going to tap back into my contour again, and under the jaw, not on top of the jaw, drag a line below your jawline to really deepen that shadow that you already have there. Right here, you're going to look straight ahead, and this brush is amazing for this. Put it flat here and blend it all down. You don't want a harsh line, so we're really going to be blending. Okay, so that is it for your highlight and contour. Again, we could blend out now with this brush, or we can blend it out with our perfector sponge. I just ran it under tap water under the sink, and I squeezed it out, and then I'm just squeezing it out with my washcloth to get any excess water out. You just want it damp, you don't want it soaking wet. So once you're done with your highlight and contour, you can just kind of press this in. And remember, we did put any extra on our lids too, and we're gonna set that in powder, and that way we have a nice base to put our, we will have a nice base to put our eyeshadow. So I'm not dragging this, I'm just pressing, and it'll pick up any extra makeup, any excess makeup, and it'll really press this makeup into your skin. Okay, so I'm just gonna set that down. I have a cute little holder for so I don't get anything else on my perfector sponge, and I'm gonna pick up the same brush we did our highlight with, same end, and I'm gonna tap into my lip and cheek. And what do I have? Nude. So I'm going to tap right here into my nude lip and cheek, and I'm just going to start swirling. Smile. Give a little smile. The apples of your cheeks will pop up, and you're just going to start swirling it on right where your cheeks pop up. Right on the apples of your cheeks, and then you're going to drag it back. You can add more. You can just do a little pop of color. Some people really enjoy blush. Some people just want a little color to brighten their face. So a little goes a long way. I'm barely tapping into the tin. I usually do a lot more blush, but today I just am doing a more natural look. Showing you with the B-squared brush, the blush and bronzer brush, that you can do your makeup, look beautiful, and your skin will look flawless. So you can really press that in and make sure the lines are seamless and they blended together. So that is that. Again, you could add more blush if you would like, or you can just leave it nice and subtle like this. See? You're just going to press it in and do a little swirling. motion. There you go. This is a nice brush to blend with also, so I could blend those lines out with this brush. Okay, I'm gonna grab my Power Powder brush here, the more flat end, and I'm gonna press right into my vanilla setting powder and tap it off, and I'm just gonna tap right here on my lids. I already have a nice little layer of, a very thin layer of the highlight, and so I'm just setting it in with the powder just so I have a nice base for my shadow. So now I'm going to take my eyeshadow everything brush, and I'm going to dip into this color here, which is Bubba, and I'm just going to do windshield wiper move. This is just going to be a really simple eyeshadow just to get a little color on my eyes. And you can swirl it and do a little back and forth motion. And just really blend that in for an all over base color. So you could just have that be your eyeshadow look, which I am going to kind of do that. I'm going to flip my brush over and do the smaller end, and I'm just going to tap into Stay Golden here. Tap it off and do a little pop under the eyebrows, under the eyebrow bone. Tap back at the Stay Golden again, and right here in your inner corners, right on your tear duct, and just swirl a little in. You want to kind of connect these two. And then you can flip your brush back over and blend it out again so everything is blended seamlessly. Okay, so that's just, we're just going to leave it nice and simple like that. You could do a darker color in the corner. I'm not going to go into that today. So we've done our highlight, our contour, our lip and cheek for our blush. I'm going to tap my finger into my lip and cheek. Put some of that on my lips. And tap into my lip conditioner and top it with that. Okay, I totally forgot to contour my lip and my nose, so I'm going to tap in with the other end of my Detail Hack brush, and I'm going to go right below my lip. I'm not even, it doesn't matter that I just did my lipstick because I'm going right under my lip just to accentuate that shadow that is already there and make my lips look a little bit bigger than they already are. And you can kind of blur it with your finger or flip it over and use that end. This tip here on the Detail Hack is such a good brush for this. Okay, so I'm going to dip back into my contour, pinch the same end that I just, so pinch that end of the Detail Hack and drag a line down my nose. I'm barely touching my nose. Oops. So you want a very subtle line there because we're just creating a little shadow there, and then I can flip the brush over and ever so lightly go up against that line and drag it down. So I'm going to tap back into my contour again and just connect those two lines here at the bottom and blur it out. Okay, so that is that, and I'm going to tap right in here into my cream illuminator with my ring finger. I always have a cloth with me, so I wiped off that lip and cheek, and I will just tap it right here at the top of my cheekbone. Start off light. You can always add, I like to come up here a little bit, but you could just tap right there at the top of your cheekbone. I like to tap into it and just press right here, just do a little stamp right here. Okay, and then same thing on the other side. You're just going to drag it on top of your cheekbone and really press it in. And again, I'm going to stamp the inner corner of this lid right at the top of your lip on your Cupid's bow, and the of your nose. Just press it in and drag a little bit down your nose. And that is it. So I'm going to blend anything out that I need to blend with my perfector sponge. I'm just pressing into my skin. And I'm going to finish everything off with my setting spray. And this bottle is their old bottle, same formula. They're coming out with a new bottle that does not come out like a fire hose. Okay, so we're just going to let that dry. You can also take your perfector sponge and lightly dab that in. The setting spray is really going to set that makeup in and last all day. Okay. So that is your HAC